Basketball.
It's time to strap in and get ready. The Insight NBA team is in the arena, bringing you the ultimate play-by-play on who's hot and who's not to help you win your leagues and dominate your mates. You're now hooping with your hosts, Matty G, Skiddy, and Mally for the Insight NBA show.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Inside Fantasy Sports Network. I am your host today, Skiddy IFS, where you can find me on Twitter and all that good stuff and do all that bullcrap. You know how it goes. Give us a like and everything like that, because this is the first episode of the Chasedown for 2024-2025 season. And I'm joined by no one today, so it's just me. So I'm going to be running through how you can attack your weekend. For us here in Australia, it's Saturday morning. As you can see, I've got my beautiful 4-in-1 from the Standard Squeeze, ready and raring to go. We're going to find out where we can attack, who we can attack, where we can attack back-to-backs, where the matchups are going to be right and where they're going to be bad, and what you need to be able to do to win your fantasy week for this week. But before I get started, obviously, drop a like in the comments. Say g'day. Any questions that you have, for sure I will get to the questions, because, you know, why the hell would I be here if it wasn't for you guys? So obviously I'm going to be answering every question that I can. And hopefully, you know, I can help you guys win your league this week. But before we get stuck into all that, Standard Squeeze, IFS 15 promo code. You know how it goes. It's the best. This is the best thing that can go around. I was having beer last night, straight out of it. Wash it this morning. Coffee this morning. You beauty. But also sidetrack. I ran out of milk this morning, so I had to use coconut milk in my coffee this morning. And that's not it. I'll tell you what, ladies and gentlemen, that is not the answer. But I'm just going to black coffee next time, so bugger that. Before I get stuck into it, obviously, I'm going to get a question here from Braino, the main man, the big fella himself. Thoughts on Mike Conley? Dropple is an overreaction. I think it is an overreaction at the moment, Braino. I was pretty high on Dante DiVincenzo before the season in drafts to get him around, you know, the 100 marks, because I thought that he was going to get the minutes over Mike Conley. Now, he's not getting the start over Mike Conley, but I don't care. He's there in closing lineups. He's more reliable to Conley. Yeah, he's not hitting his shots yet because he's still getting accumulated to it. But yeah, I'm pretty bloody high on DiVincenzo. I don't think I would drop Conley just yet. Remember, we don't want to make any of these rash decisions in week one. I have just gone into my league. A notification popped up and it says Kyle Kuzma has been dropped. I picked up Kyle Kuzma like that. We don't want to do any of these overreactions, so I would just hold Conley just for a little bit longer until we're 100% certain what is going to be happening there in Minnesota. But thank you for everyone that's joining in on me this morning. But very, very nice to see you all. So first of all, I think what we have to do is, as you can see here, if you want to refer to anything on my whiteboard, you know, the Standard Squeeze board. As you can see here, we got back-to-backs for today and tomorrow. So these are guys that you can target. I'll get into them a little bit later on. But they're guys that you can target if you want to have a quick squeeze right now and have a go at it. And then they're trends as well. Of what we've noticed for the last 3 days of NBA action, and what we can see if they're going to keep on going up or if they're going to be going back down. Obviously, I'll add to that from week to week. And then there's also the Saturday, Sunday. So tomorrow and the next day, back-to-back as well. I'll dive into that a little bit later on as well. No, thank you, good sir. Very much appreciate it. But yeah, first of all, I reckon we should get cracked into what we're going to be talking about today. And first of all, let's get stuck into the schedule. So schedule-wise, we already have seen that the 2-day, the 10-day, the 4-day. Now we have 2 10-day weeks. Thank you very much, NBA. Let's rub our hands and get a very, very nice, very, very nice 10 days for 2. So that's going to be bloody beautiful to deal with today. Friday, Saturday, and then the Sunday, we have 5 to end the week. Obviously, that is Monday for here in Australia, if you follow that way. But you're going to say to me, Skiddy, who are the back-to-backs and who can we target? Well, back-to-back today and today and tomorrow, we have the Hornets, we have the Bulls, we have the Cavs, we have the Pistons, Rockets, Lakers, Grizzlies, Magic, Suns, and Raptors. Now, you're going to sit there and say to me, Skid, I need to know who I can target for these back-to-backs. Don't worry about it, lads. I've already got them written down up here for you so you can all see who are my options for the best people to be able to target. I don't even know if you can see that very well, but who cares? We're going to go through it anyway. So for the Charlotte Hornets, right, when we look at they have got sorry, pardon me, Charlotte Hornets, they've got the Atlanta Hawks today. Now, why I like this matchup, and I think this is one of the better matchups, is because the Atlanta Hawks have a sky-high pace, and they love to run the offense, and they're not very, very concerned about their defense, except for how good Yekin Okongwu was in that first game against Brooklyn. But for the Hornets, I like the looks of Trey Mann. I thought that he did really, really nicely with ball in hand off the bench. I feel like he can be a very, very nice source of assists, threes, points. I reckon we're going to be right there. Yes, he can kill you field goal percentage. And Nick Richards as well. No Mark Williams. We've heard that he's out again. So rebounds, blocks, you Biddy. We have a crack there with him from the Charlotte Hornets. We go to Chicago. Chicago, I think it's pretty simple. Ball is out today. He has been confirmed out. That's where we go to Io DeSumo. I feel like he's probably the main beneficiary there. And then you can have a crack at Sticks. Jalen Smith, if you really, really want to. He was pretty good in the first game. Should be all right there for Stixie. They come up against the Milwaukee Bucks, so I'd probably lean more AO, if anything, than Sticks. We go to the Cavs. Dean Wade gets a start over Max Strus because Strus is injured. Absolutely fine there. Dean Wade can be a source of rebounds, threes. He was all right, just missed a couple of his shots. That's absolutely fine there. And then Karis LeVert as well. He was amazing in that first game against Toronto. Yeah, there wasn't a lot of defense. And yes, he hit pretty much every single one of his shots, but we know what we're going to get from LeVert. He can get a little bit of everything, but he can also hurt you in percentages. But as you'll see from most of these guys as well, most of them will hurt you with percentages if they're not big men. It's just how it's going to be lining up there. Quickly, I just got to get into the questions from the boys. Thank you very much for joining me, Sethong. I hope I said that right. Thoughts on Brandon Ingram and Larry Markkinen? I think Larry Markkinen's fantastic. He's just going to be doing the exact same thing that he was doing last year. Sky-high usage, being the best player for the Utah Jazz. Rebounds, threes, good field goal percentage, good free throws as well. I think he's in for a very, very nice season. Again, yes, there is the shutdown risk, so I'm not worried. We're not worrying about it now, obviously, but it is something to keep in the back of the mind. Brandon Ingram, he was more of a worry before DeJounte Murray went down. Now that Murray is confirmed injured for 6 weeks or something like that with a broken hand, it really does help Ingram. It was a great first game. I wouldn't have expected it that much because Zion was out, remember? Zion's back in today, and Ingram is going to obviously need a lot of the ball usage-wise to be able to score, to be able to generate fantasy points for us. So I think without DeJounte, it helps him more. If you're asking me who would I rather have out of Larry Markkinen and Brandon Ingram, I'll take Larry Markkinen. Pretty comfortable there. Joseph Kim, g'day Shags, how are you, mate? To win, do you think it's more important to have a streaming spot on your roster, even if it means having a lesser valued player, or having a full roster of good players but no stream spot? Definitely the stream spot, mate. Absolutely 100%. I would prefer the stream spot over a full team of good players. Yes, it's nice to have a full team of good players, but that means you're sacrificing 6 to 7 extra players playing a week, and that is just not going to help you unless it's a league where you're not relying fully heavily on waiver acquisitions. That's just one where you need to have the streaming spot. It's very, very vital. G'day, Jesse, and g'day, Junkie, my boys. Thank you very much for joining me today. G'day, Corey. How are you, Shaggerbags? Do you reckon Ty Jerome and Scottie Pippen Jr. for back-to-back games? Yeah, do like it, mate. Ty Jerome was very, very good for the Cavs, but let's remember as well, Cleveland absolutely shit on Toronto. Ty Jerome was allowed extended minutes and extended ball duties. It more or less does go back to Karis LeVert in that sense. But either way, it's all good. I'd have a crack on Ty Jerome there. That's no worries. And Scottie Pippen Jr., yeah, love it. I reckon he's looking really, really nice for the Grizzlies. So he's definitely there. Ty Jerome's not on my board, but he probably should be. But Scottie Pippen Jr. definitely is, Corey. So, yep, I do like that. As I said, I do like the Hornets one just because of the ups in usage. But it depends what you want. Scottie Pippen Jr. is good for defensive stats from a guard point as well. I really like that from you, mate. And Junkie, just quickly, how long is Porzingis out for? They're saying that he might be back. Their aim is December, but I would be more looking like early Jan, if anything. Just because of his injury history and how big he is and how well the Celtics go, I would believe that it'd be closer to the January mark than it would be mid-December. So that's all right there. So we go back to the board of the streaming guys midway through. Detroit, we have Beasley and Hardaway. They're for threes. JB Bickerstaff's basically come in and said, hey, boys, if you get the ball in your hand, just shoot the damn thing. And that is what they did because they just shot pretty much every single shot that they could. So that was good to see. For Houston, we have Tari Eason. I think he's pretty much the only one. Dylan Brooks is he's also day-to-day today, but he's expected to play. Amen Thompson, though, was chef's kiss. Absolutely took the piss against the Charlotte Hornets, even though they end up losing the game. But either way, it is what it is. Another interesting one that I'm going to say now, and for people that know me, this one is controversial for me to say, but for the Los Angeles Lakers on their back-to-back, I think Rui Hachimura can be a pickup here. He did have pretty good usage. I was mostly impressed with the defensive stats that Rui was able to get. A steal and a block is unheard of from him. So I'll happily have a gamble on Rui for this back-to-back stretch for the Los Angeles Lakers. For the Memphis Grizzlies, Aldama has to be on a roster. He is the main one. Yes, I know he played really, really well, but until Jaren Jackson comes back, Santi Aldama must be on rosters 100%. Scottie Pippen Jr. is also a good shout there as well. We can pick up Scottie Pippen Jr. and Brandon Clark. I think he'll get a bit more of a run as well, and especially until Jaren Jackson Jr. does come back, which we don't think he is coming back yet. I don't believe he's confirmed for today, but we'll run through that when we go through the teams. And Orlando, Contavious Caldwell-Pope, Anthony Black, Gary Harris, take your goddamn pick. I don't think that you can really have a crack on any of them because their rotation's just, they have so deep and they have so many guys. We saw Cole Anthony go 0 of 7 and Anthony Black looked like the greatest backup point guard in the world. But Cole Anthony could come out and score 20 tonight. Yeah, that's why I'm just not having a bar on those. If I was going to have a crack, I'd probably have a crack at Cole Anthony just because of the points, and points are hard to find off of the waiver, depending on how your category league is lining up. Like if you're in points league, yeah, I'd go Cole Anthony. If you need defensive stats, hell no, I'm not going near Cole Anthony. So I think there's better options, Scottie Pippen Jr. being one of them. Phoenix, I'm going Royce O'Neal, and he's the only one for me. Absolutely love it for Royce O'Neal. He just does a bit of everything. He was in the closing lineup. He was the guy that they went to when Booker went out. Shit. Hey, I'm sorry, guys. I'm going to have to stop the stream early. I apologize for this. Family emergency has come up, so I'm very, very sorry, but I need to go. So I'll do this same time next week, every week, and all the best. I do apologize, though. Bye.